stuff here, so I'm gonna kind of just breeze through it as quick as I can. It'll probably be around 45 minutes, who knows, but I hope you guys enjoy it. So first I'm gonna start with, I have, well, my fiance has DS games and GameCube games. I didn't bring those out because they didn't have cases or anything, but it's like Mario Sunshine, Mario Party 7, Harvest Moon, Crash Bandicoot, Wrath of Cortex, and a Sonic Mega Collection, I believe. Now the first games I have here are Lock and Chase for the original Game Boy. Cool little Pac-Man type game, except you're like a thief. I don't know what you're actually supposed to be, but... And the cops chase you, and then occasional levels have like little obstacles and trap type things. Quirk's another puzzle game where you gotta like figure out how to get to the other side of like a room or whatever by like pushing objects and stuff, moving things. These two actually were I had sold my Game Boy and stuff to my friend like years ago, and I ended up he gave me all the stuff back to sell for him. And these are two of the games I ended up keeping them because I like them both. But these are my original copies of both these games from back in the early 90s. And the third game is Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers for the Game Boy Color. It's like a point-and-click, old-school type point-and-click game. It's pretty cool, though. I need to play it more, actually. I actually really like the one on the N64. And the next five here are Game Boy Advance games. Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2 has Mario World on it, the Super Nintendo version, and original Mario Brothers, I think, is on every one of the Advance games, the Mario Advance games. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, this is actually a really cool RPG, turn-based RPG, set in Harry Potter, set during the third movie. It's cool, because, you know, you're throwing spells at enemies and stuff. It's got the classic, it kind of looks like the way it's not like side to side, it's kind of on an angle, like I believe Breath of Fire games do that angle as well. But it's really good. I apologize for that. But it's really cool. It's a shame they didn't do more role-playing games in the Harry Potter universe. It's weird that they didn't actually, because this works so well. Here's a Spy Hunter. It's like similar to the ones on the GameCube, Xbox, and PS2. It actually looks pretty good, and you can do all types of different stuff. You turn into a boat. Classic Spy Hunter, you have your oil slicks and rockets and machine guns and stuff. It's a pretty cool game. Here is Defender of the Crown. A port, or I should say a remake of the classic. I believe it's on the Commodore 64 as well. An NES game. I love this game as a kid. I actually have a gameplay of it up on my other channel. I'm pretty sure I do. But it looks cool. It's cool. You gotta take over as much of England as possible. You can make friends. I think Robin Hood's in this. So you can siege castles and stuff. And there's like tournaments you can do with jousting and stuff like that. It's a pretty cool game. And the last one is Final Fantasy IV Advance. This would have originally been Final Fantasy II here. Love this game. Not as much as Final Fantasy III or 6, but 2 I loved. Like, I played on the Super Nintendo. Like, I think this is the one you go to the moon, I think. I think you ride in like a whale and go to the moon. I think it's this one. It's been so long. But this was fairly cheap. I think it was like 14, 15 bucks, and I was looking for a copy of it wherever I could get it, for whatever system I could get it on. It's so classic. This one's awesome. Like I said, I like 3 a little bit better, or 6 a little bit better, but this one is close. I like this one as well. Alright, let me move into the NES stuff now. I kind of have like the older stuff here, and well, some of the stuff over here I guess is old at this point. Anyway, this Jeopardy Junior Edition. Tech made all these type of games back then. There's another one I have coming up. These kind of the TV show games. It's fun. My fiance and I played it a bunch. We have one for the Genesis as well, which I'll show you, and then the Xbox is one as well. It's pretty easy because it's Junior Edition, but sometimes the questions can be a pain. Here's the other Game Tech game, Classic Concentration. I got this at a garage sale for $2 in like 2014 and kept it. It's cool. It's like a memory game. You gotta figure out like these things, you know. I don't know what that says there, but you're figuring it out based on these pictures, what it actually is like kind of spelling out. It's pretty cool though. This is a Quattro game, 4 games in 1 cartridge. It's got Super Robin Hood, Linus Spacehead, Treasure Island, Dizzy, and Boomerang Kid. Clearly this was not licensed by Nintendo. Classic pinball here. I need to like kind of pick spots to kind of move a little bit. Mystery Quest. I believe this is a puzzle game. A lot of these games are my fiance's for the NES. I believe this is a puzzle game. But this kid is like shooting a snake with some kind of laser coming out of his hand. Always got classic covers back then. Tiny Toon Adventures, cool little platformer based on the Tiny Toon cartoon. Nightmare on Elm Street. Tough game. It's actually a 4-player game too. If you have the whatever the multi-tap thing or whatever it was called, you plug the 4 controllers in. It starts off kind of easy during the day or whatever, and then it like becomes nighttime or dream world or whatever, and it gets a lot harder, but it's okay. Jurassic Park, actually really good, I guess you can say movie-based title, although it's like, it's not really following the movie, but it's actually really cool. It's top-down. I actually kind of want to get the Super Nintendo one as well, because it's pretty much just like a remake of this one with better graphics. It has a top-down Zelda perspective, but it's good. Obviously a classic, Super Mario Bros. 3. This game was such a big deal. I think it was that movie The Wizard with Fred Savage. Like, it was like the first place you could see like footage of this game before it came out. People were so pumped for this. I remember I was pumped. It was such a big deal, man, when this came out. That's the I guess it's a Nuki suit or whatever, the raccoon suit. It's a classic Mario suit. It's not my personal favorite, but it's awesome. Here's the other Tiny Toons game, Tiny Toon Adventures 2. Trouble in Wacky Land. I'm pretty sure this is just another platformer. Dr. Mario, puzzle game. It's a good 2-player game. I'm terrible at it. I've always been terrible at it. Anytime I play anyone, I get the shit kicked out of me. You gotta match up the pills, the colors of the pills, and then get rid of this like germs on the screen. You gotta get rid of. Still a classic. Monopoly. This actually has the map, not the map, the game board and the manual. It's Monopoly. We all know what that is at this point. Lolo. It's like a puzzle game. You gotta go through areas and figure out what to do. There's different obstacles and stuff like that. It's actually pretty cool. And Lolo 2, The Adventures of Lolo 2. I've never played this one, I don't think. I'm sure it's much of the same. Like I said, you gotta go through, I think you gotta get a key and then get over, you gotta avoid certain stuff and whatnot. Classic puzzle game right here. We all know it. Tetris. It's actually huge. It's huge on the NES. It was huge on the NES, but it was really huge on the Game Boy. I think the Game Boy's where it first appeared. I could be wrong. It probably first appeared on like some kind of computer thing, but it's obviously an awesome version of it. not super great at this one either, but it's classic. I think it's the second one that's extremely expensive. Another classic. Super Mario Bros. 2. It also has a manual back there. This was Doki Doki Panic, I believe, in Japan, and they just reskinned it to Mario because I think I read like they felt like we couldn't handle the original Super Mario Bros. 2 that came out there with like the poison mushrooms and stuff. This game's really still cool though. You can use Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Peach. Peach like jumps farther, can float. Luigi jumps high. Toad can pick up stuff quick to throw at enemies, and Mario's I guess the most well-rounded, but the Shy Guys were introduced here, I believe, and like a lot of those enemies, Birdo and stuff. Mario is missing. It's like an educational game where you like go to different towns and stuff. You gotta figure out stuff. I think you gotta like answer certain questions and stuff like that. I think they made a few of these for the Super Nintendo as well. These kind of games. Rad Racer. This is a garage sale pickup from last year, I believe. It's classic racing game. Made by Square. Makers of Final Fantasy. So I guess I did make racing games because I had that PS2, that emotion driving game or whatever it was called. So I guess they had made racing games. Lemmings. This is another classic. You gotta. They're just lemmings. They follow each other. You gotta get them to do certain stuff, and they'll all fall off cliffs and shit because they're following each other. Tetris 2. They spice it up a little bit on the second one. I don't like it as much though. She changed it up a little bit. Last game is a classic. I played a ton as a kid. Anticipation. This is made by Rare actually, and like the thing, like the thing on the screen starting to like form like a shape of what it is, and you gotta click in and guess what it is. I used to play this game a ton when I was a kid. Alright, so that's the NES stuff. I'll do the Genesis stuff now. Pretty much all sport games, but Sports Talk Baseball, classic. My friend and I were playing this a few weeks ago. It still holds up. It's still fun. This does not have the team license, but it has the, I should say the MLB license. It has the player's license, though, so you get old players. It's really good. It's a good competitive game as well. I'm pretty sure it's an older title. Like an early Genesis title. Tecmo Super Baseball. Same thing as like Tecmo Bowl. Or Tecmo Basketball. There's Tecmo Hockey as well, which I never played. But this is cool because you can simulate the seasons and stuff. Guys get injured and stuff like that. The actual game itself is decent. It's not as good as like a Sports Talk, like the actual in-game baseball play, but this has keeps the stats and stuff. I love the stats. NBA All-Star Challenge. Awesome game. We got Clyde Drexler and Chris Mullin, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Patrick Ewing on the cover here. You can pick a player from each team, and you compete in like 3-point contests, one-on-one, horse, free throw competition. I think it's like one-on-one tournament. I play the hell out of the 3-point competition though. I remember I was playing Jordan. It was such a pain in the ass. He was getting like 26 points every time. I think I finally beat him with Reggie Miller. It's a classic game though. I actually originally had it. I don't think I ever had it on the Genesis when I was a kid. I had it on the Super Nintendo. Road Rash 2. My favorite of the Road Rash games are the ones I played at least. I've played the 3 that were on the Genesis and Road Rash 64, which I like all of them, but this one's like a nice step up from the original. This is it's a motorcycle combat game where you're wailing on each other, you're racing, but you get points for each race, and you can move up, buy better bikes and stuff, but you get like weapons like chains and cattle prods and pipes and nightsticks and stuff, and you can just punch guys off their bikes too. NBA Showdown 94, which I think was originally supposed to be Bulls vs. Suns in the NBA playoffs, but they just called it this instead. This has season mode and stuff. It has all the teams and players. It's classic basketball for the Genesis. It's Bulls vs. Lakers. They did Lakers vs. Celtics, Bulls vs. Lakers, and Bulls vs. Blazers, and then NBA Showdown 94, and then it turned into NBA Live. This one's awesome too. The music's awesome in these games. The same, I guess, the guy whoever did the music for EA did the music for like all the EA games, because the Road Rash music is very similar to this music and the NHL music and stuff. It's a classic game. I stopped playing, but I was playing at playoffs in this with Portland. I was in the second round. The original NHL hockey. It's good. My favorite is 94, because it had the one-timers. 93 is good too. This one's classic as well. This one did not have the player's license, but had the NHL license. And then 93 had the player's license, but not the teams. And then afterwards, they had it all. Still classic though, man. Those games still hold up too, in my opinion. The NHL's hold up incredibly. But the Lakers vs. Celtics, I think, held up pretty well too. This came in the lot I got with some of those other games. Bill Walsh College Football. Just college football. It looks like Madden. I don't think the Madden games hold up as well, and this is also. And Sports Dog still holds up. And here's Lakers vs. Celtics NBA playoffs. The game that started with that. It's so good. Guys have their own signature moves. So Jordan's like you just like hit the button with, and like Terry Porter will dunk from the line standing still. Like you just hit the button, and but it's so fun. Like I don't know if it's this one or the other one. The Bulls vs. Lakers, where like Tom Chambers' signature move is pretty much like dunking a foot within the he can get a foot into the 3-point line. It's like it's classic though. And Jeopardy Deluxe Edition, all new 94 edition. A younger Alex Trebek right there. It's good. This one's tougher though, but it's classic. Look who Game Tech again. It's a cool game to play with 2 people or 3, because I think that would have been able to use the. Well, it's just one to throw. It wouldn't. Yeah, you might have been able to use that multi-tap for the Genesis then to do the 3. Alright, let's get into the Super Nintendo and Super Famicom games here. Prince of Persia. It's classic. This is early Prince of Persia, not the original, but I think it came out on Apple first, maybe, or something. It's tough. I've played some of it. I haven't played it in a while, but it is really tough. It looks really good though, and the animation and all the Prince of Persia is always a big deal. This game's awesome. I never played this as a kid, and I got it for Christmas a few years ago. Indiana Jones' Greatest Adventures. It's pretty much the first 3 movies you play through, and it's really good. It's fun, man. It's fun. If you like the Indiana Jones movies, you absolutely have to get this. It's a little bit pricey. You probably get it for like $25. It's not my favorite indie game, but this one's really good. Tiny Toon Adventures, Buster Bust Loose. This is just another platformer in Tiny Toons for the Super Nintendo. Looks really good. It plays pretty well as well. Donkey Kong Country. This might be a repro. It definitely has to be. My fiance got me for this one here. But yeah, this isn't even an original case or anything, but you know, it's the actual game, so if it's just a emulation or whatever. It's a classic kind of platform. I never even played. I played some of the first one. I never played 2 or 3. I've actually been looking at them for the Super Famicom because they're cheaper. populous. It's a world kind of building game. I think it's been so long. I'm pretty sure Peter Mullen, who developed this game, though, the guy who does Fable, or did Fable, I don't know if he still does. And here are my 4 Super Famicom games. Tecmo Super Bowl 2 Special Edition. It's all in English. This one, in the US, they made a limited number of copies, so it's like $50, $60, $70. This one was, I believe, 18 or something. It's cool. It's got, I think, the 92, 93, 94 seasons. The graphics look a little bit different, still side to side, but the graphics are a little bit, I guess, upgraded. It's all in English, though. That's why I'm like, well, I'm going to get it, because it's all going to be in English. It's going to all be in English anyway. It's going to be cheaper. I love the Tecmo Super Bowl. I need to get is probably my favorite of all of them. But it's the same thing as the other ones, you know. Season, stats, you can simulate, you can play. You can be as many teams as you want. And stuff, it's really cool. Oh, goddamn classic. ActRaiser, love it. This was under $12 with tax, and this cost probably like $35 to get the US copy. It's a little tough because it's not text heavy, but there's parts where you're going to need to do specific things. So I had to look one thing up online because I'm like, oh wait, what do I do here? I can't read this. But it was easy enough to figure out, you know, through looking online. So it's a half 2D platformer, half world building game. It's really cool. Anybody who wants to play this, check it out. Or you're into like kind of world building stuff. It was such a cool blend. And then ActRaiser 2, it was just side-scrolling, and they took away the world building, which made this game unique. I don't know why they did that. This game's incredible. Final Fight 2, another one that's like $40, $30 cheaper, I should say, here, for the Super Famicom version. And you can play these games because you're just wailing on people. I don't know what they're saying, but I can kind of get the gist of it. Just because, you know, it's like, oh, we gotta save so-and-so or whatever, but it's really cool. You got Hagar, I think her name's Christy, and Cody, I think. I played it, I never played it before until I got it, and I think I got up to the 3rd level. I think I was in France, I believe. It starts off in the US, and then I think I went, where did I go second? Maybe it started off in Japan, then the US, I can't remember. Classic side-scrolling beat-em-up. And another goddamn gem. Area 88, or UN Squadron as it's known in the West. Another game I can just play because I don't care about the story. I'm able to play it though because all the menus and stuff are in English, like when you're playing. When you have to buy weapons, they're not. But I know what all the weapons are from when I paid when I was a kid. So the prices are all, you know, it's all numbers. But like Mega Crush doesn't say Mega Crush and stuff like that. But you choose between 3 different people and then you can buy better planes to get money. It's just such a good shoot 'em up game. It's so good. The soundtrack's awesome. It looks great. It's just so fun. God, get this game if you never played it. Okay. And now I've got 2, technically 3, I guess, PlayStation games. Final Fantasy Anthology, which has 5 and 6. 6 is 3. 5 never came out here. We got 1, 2, and 3, and then 7. There was 1, 2, and 3, I believe, were all on the NES, the Nintendo, and then 4, 5, and 6 were on the Super Nintendo. And then obviously they've all come out here since, but they've released all the 3, 2, 4, 5. They've all really been released now in the West on like the GBA, the PlayStation, the DS, I think. But I got this because it was fairly cheap on Amazon a while back. And I wanted Final Fantasy 6 or 3 because I love it. Never played 5 and still haven't played it. And they added like, you could see there like cutscenes to it. This did not come with the music CD. recently, and I still have not opened it. I had a $5 coupon on Amazon, so it was only $5, but it's a Chrono Cross. Greatest hits. It's a sequel to Chrono Trigger. 20 years after the events of Chrono Trigger. It looks really cool. I need to bust it open. I have so many sealed games because I got too much stuff, quickly. But it was such a great price, so I picked it up. I'll get to it at some point. This is 2 discs as well. Okay. Alright, let me move into the original Xbox. A couple of Wii games and PS2. Here's Castlevania Curse of Darkness. It's pretty cool. This is like a direct sequel to Castlevania 3. You use Hector, who's in the show, the cartoon. The cartoon is pretty much 3, and this too as well, I suppose. It's definitely 3, but because it's got Trevor, Sypha, and well, the pirate guy from 3, they never had. They didn't bring him in unless he pops up, and I haven't still watched the last 3 episodes of season 3. And Alucard. That was Alucard's first appearance, was 3 before 7. But it's cool, you can forge weapons and stuff in this, and you have like enemies you can that help you out, because he's a forge master, Hector. Oh man. This is gonna get a little rough now. Jedi Starfighter, this is when I got a garage sale maybe like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. I had this back in the day, I never beat it, it was pretty cool though. It's a space shooter, it's like a rogue squadron. And you're using the Jedi Starfighter, you fly the ships from episode 2. It was pretty cool though. Oh, I didn't realize the Xbox exclusive new Coruscant level. Midway Arcade Treasures just has a bunch of old school Midway games on here. Marble Madness, Spy Hunter, Joust 2, Paperboy Rampage, Smash TV, 720, Tubin, Root Beer Tabber, all that kind of stuff and a bunch more. Classic arcade stuff. Speaking of classic, this game is a friggin' gem. Dead to Rights. I've talked about it in the past. It's awesome. It's so freaking cool. I actually prefer this to Max Payne, even though Max Payne's, I would say, is the actually better game. This game is so fun. You're shooting guys like crazy. Freaking enemies are constantly coming. You can do a dive move. You can slow down time, which they ripped off of Max Payne. You got your dog Shadow, who will go out and get people. Stealing guns. You're doing takedown moves. It's crazy. It's so good. Unique boss battles as well. It's an Xbox launch title, I believe. Never made a second one either. Bloodwake. It's a boat combat game. It's actually pretty cool. Like I said, it had a 4-player mode as well, which I never played. I didn't have it when it originally came out. I picked it up like a couple years later, and then I picked it up again. But it's pretty cool. It looked really good for the time. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. This game's awesome. The combat flows, just the running, wall jumping, everything just flows so well in this game. Still looks really good as well. So good. And this game was critically acclaimed. People love this game. And it really is that good. Check it out if you haven't. 007, Everything or Nothing. It's actually a third-person Bond game. I think it was the first third-person Bond game at that point. I want to say Bloodstone was also third-person. And was 007 Legends, or was that first-person? I don't know. It's really cool. You got Pierce Brosnan as Bond. You've got Willem Dafoe is in this. Heidi Klum, Shannon Elizabeth, Judi Dench pops up again. John Cleese. It's really cool. It's got car missions. I think motorcycle mission as well. It's got a cover system and stuff. It's really good. From Russia with Love was also in third person. Hearts, which came after this one. Definitely pick it up if you haven't. I think I did gameplay on this, did I? Or was that this one, or was that Nightfire? It might have been Nightfire, or was it both? I don't know. Here it is, Gladius. I did gameplay on this. I still haven't gotten back to it. It's a strategy game that's on like a grid. It's awesome. You're going around to different schools, gaining points. Your guys can die on the world map, but they only get knocked out in the competitions inside the arenas. When you get into fights in real world, your people you get can die. If one of the main people die, it's over. But the people you pick up and build up can die. It's so good though. It's so freaking good. Great music. Looks good. Good strategy game for sure. You could choose between Valens and Ursula at the beginning, and then you eventually meet up. I have to agree with Game Informer's 9.25 out of 10. It is this good. It's that good. It's that good. Alright, this is going to probably run an hour. Blood Omen 2. I guess second game in the Legacy. Actually, no. The first one was Blood Omen, which was made by the guys who made Eternal Darkness, and then I guess they've all been made by somebody else afterwards. I had the original Blood Omen briefly on the PlayStation. I couldn't get into it. It was probably a game I should have played when it came out, but I didn't have a PlayStation, so. You use, what's his name in this one? Why can't I remember his name? Say it on there, where is it? Kane. I believe Soul Reaver came before this. The first Soul Reaver definitely came before this, which had Raziel in it, which Kane threw into a pit. He was a vampire. He threw him into a pit. He became the Soul Reaver. He worked for the Elder God, which is like a giant octopus type thing that lives underground. These games are cool. I really like Defiance. I liked Soul Reaver 2. Blood Omen 2. You know, it's just cool. The stories are cool, and the voice acting is freaking phenomenal. Some of the best voice acting you'll get in games comes from the Soul Reavers and the Blood Omens and Defiance. Last one, Lord of the Rings Third Age. Got this recently. Really enjoy it. It's a turn-based Lord of the Rings RPG, similar to the Harry Potter one, and it works. You're using random people, and you're like fighting alongside battles. Like you're fighting the Balrog, which obviously did not happen. These scrubs didn't fight the Balrog, but you come across Gandalf and Legolas and all those people, and you fight like all the main enemies and stuff. But it's a really, really cool game. I really enjoyed this. I need to play it again. It's so good. I didn't realize there was a mini game too. I don't know if I actually ever beat this. I don't think I did. I think I got up to the Witch King. That's his name, right? I don't know. But either way, it's awesome. Alright, a couple of Wii games real quick. Blazing Angels, Squadrons of World War II. This is one I got 50 cents at a G-sale a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago now. It's just another plane game similar to Jedi Starfighter. Well, Jedi Starfighter or Starfighter. It's not planes, but Kirby's Epic Yard, another yard sale pickup. I've not played it yet, but it looks pretty cool. And Indiana Jones and Staff of Kings. This game kind of got shit on, but it's actually pretty cool. It works well with the Wii remote controls. It really does. I have not beaten it, but I played a bit of it and did like it. And another cool thing it has on here, it has I think Fate of Atlantis, which was one of the old PC point and click Indiana Jones games, so that's really cool. I think they made one for Last Crusade as well. Alright, so here's some PS2 games. Burnout 2 Point of Impact. This is one I got a garage sale like 2 weeks ago. The Burnout games are great. This one introduced the Crash mode, which is classic. Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. I did gameplay on the other one, which I don't have anymore. Unmasked, was it? This one's really cool too. This is actually the best of those Scoob games that came out on those systems. It's actually really fun. You just use Scoob, and you come across Fred, Daphne, and Velma and Shaggy as well. I'm at the end of this. I have not beaten it yet. This is another garage sale pickup for $1 like 2 or 3 years ago. I've waxed poetic enough about this game, Final Fantasy X-2, and even in my 2009 throwback PS2 collection. I'm waxing poetic about this game. It's Final Fantasy 2. A lot of people tend to. It's Final Fantasy 10 2. A lot of people can't stand it. I don't know. I really enjoy it. You just use Riku up there. Yuna and Pain was not in 10. Riku and Yuna were obviously in 10. Use 3 of them as a job system or a garment system where you can change clothes and have different abilities and stuff. Riku's pretty much just a gun-toting pop star in this one, so it's just out like in left field compared to 10. It's just so goofy. I love it. Final Fantasy 12. I want to get the Zodiac Age one. I've put like 10 hours into this and it was cool. I'd never played it when I was younger. I picked it up in 2017 at G-Sound and started playing it and then stopped. It's not the classic turn-based system. You're like running around similar to like Final Fantasy 15. But it looked pretty good and it was Final Fantasy. Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. This is another game I got for a Dollar G sale. This is like 3 or 4 years ago. It's pretty scratched, but it does work. It's a really cool hack and slash game set in the Lord of the Rings universe. This one you use a bunch of different people. There's Gandalf, Frodo, Sam, Gimli, Legolas, Aragorn. It's cool. It follows the events of Return of the King. And this one follows the events of the Two Towers. This is the first one, obviously. You just use Legolas, Gimli, and Aragorn in this one. You upgrade your moves and stuff. You're playing through the movie. It looks good. It plays really good. This game was actually very well received when it came out. People were shocked at how good it was. All the way back in 02. And it has movie cutscenes in it as well. And so does the other one. But they're both really good hack and slash games. And this one's another one that came in a garage sale. Echo the Dolphin. Defender of the Future. It's an Echo game. I'm going to probably get rid of it. It's not that great. I played some of it. Okay then. Let's do the 360 games now. Alright, I gotta start to breeze through a little bit here. Borderlands 2. Haven't played it yet. Always wanted to. This is another 50-cent garage sale pickup from a few weeks ago. This one came like 2 weeks ago. Mortal Kombat from DC Universe. It's just a Mortal Kombat game with DC characters and a pretty cool story. Fable 3. I love Fable 3. I think I like it a little bit better than 2. But M1 was pretty good. I don't think I beat 1 though. I want to go back and play this again though because the world's like coming to an end or whatever. And the more money you save up and stuff determines how many like people you'll save in the world and stuff at the end. So I kind of want to go back and get more. Dead Space 3, my least favorite of the 3 Dead Space games. I mean, they made Extraction for the light gun game, and then they made another weird one that was downloadable, I believe. This one's alright. They try to do a little too much in this, and at some points it's really cool because it's a little open worldy where you can go to like kind of space wrecks and get things, extra little things and stuff. I think this is the one where you fight the giant moon. And the crazy thing is, I think there's a DLC for this. Here's some spoilers. A DLC for this where you add the moon, the giant moon, that's the enemy, like actually eats Earth. Or something, I don't know. But still classic Dead Space gameplay, which is good. You're taking on the Necromorphs and the Unitologists, and then this one as well. So you're fighting them both. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. This is made by Platinum, I believe. You use Raiden in this one. It's just a hack and slash game. It's like batshit crazy Metal Gear, even though I don't think Kojima had any input on this one. It's still bizarre. Really cool Splinter Cell game. Splinter Cell Conviction. I really like this game. It's more accessible if you're not like a super good stealth game player. Some of the earlier ones could be tough. It looks really good. I think most of it takes place in DC, but it was really cool. I remember like bashing dudes' heads into like toilets and stuff, and like I think they hit certain buttons, a certain time, button presses, and you do all this stuff. Wasn't really into this Hitman Absolution. I played a little bit of it. I need to maybe try it again. I'm not the best at stealth type games, so. Classic GTA 5. You can use Trevor. Is it Trevor in this? Michael Franklin, and I'm pretty sure Trevor is the psycho. It's really good. It looks awesome. They have obviously re-released it on the newer systems, and they're still pumping out online stuff for it. But you do heist missions in this one and stuff. It's classic GTA. It's great. Borderlands pre-sequel. This is another $1 garage sale pickup. I have not played it yet. This is another garage sale pickup from a while back, and I just got it on PlayStation 3 the other day. UFC 2009 Undisputed. I played a little bit of it. It's just a UFC game, so you know. I have a bunch of fighters in it and stuff. I haven't played enough of it to really say how much I'd like it. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This is the 360 version. I played a little bit of this. It's the one with that looks really good on the Xbox One and PS4, but it seemed alright from what I played of it. I don't know if I'll ever get back into it. Modern Warfare 2, a really good game. I'd say it's probably my favorite of those three Modern Warfares that came out on 360 and PS3. This is the one where you're like undercover and you go into the airport and blow those people away, which was like a big deal at the time. I think you were able to skip it though if you wanted to. But it's classic. These games are really good. Call of Duty 2 and Call of Duty 3. They're both World War II Call of Duties. I think this one's the first one Treyarch developed. And they were like, Infinity Ward would do one, Treyarch would do one. I don't even know who does them now, Sledgehammer Games or something. Which might be just an evolution of one of the other studios. These are both classic games, though. This was a launch title, I believe. Classic World War II action. Assassin's Creed 3. This one I got for 75 cents at garage sale, and then the other one I got with the Borderlands 2 was only 50, so. I really like this game. Some people don't like this game. You use Connor and use his dad, Hatham, in the beginning, who was a Templar, and then Connor. A lot of people didn't like Connor. I thought he was fine. If you're into the American Revolution and stuff back then, it's, for history type stuff, I guess. It's cool to see faces you know or have heard of, I guess. And this one has the naval battles as well. And Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which is awesome. Phenomenal game. You're on the high seas, you meet up with a lot of historical figures, like all the Assassin's Creed games that were pirates and stuff. I actually want to kind of go back and play this, or pick it up for the Xbox One, maybe. Or maybe even on the Switch. They have a Rebel collection with that and Rogue, right? And here's Dead Rising, which I love. I've talked about it a ton, and I have it now thanks to it being a gift from one of you guys. I have it twice, but I'm able to play it. This isn't backwards compatible, so I had to play the other one. It's a classic game. I love this game. I've talked so much about it. Now I'll do Vita. I was going to say Vita. I'm going to first start with the games you guys got me as gifts. Once again, thank you to everybody who did that. 1, 2, 3. Akiba's Beat. I still haven't opened this one yet. It's got a little plush in there. Pretty sure it's turn-based RPG. Shiren the Wanderer, the Tower of Fortune, and the Dice of Fate. It's a cool game. It has a throwback 16-bit look, which I like. It's fun. Combat's pretty cool. There's a lot of different systems going on in there. Stuff to learn. Batman, Arkham Origins, Blackgate. You're pretty much in Blackgate prison, and you're working with Catwoman. Oh my god. It's a cool 2.5D style game. It looks really good, and it still plays. The combat still plays very similar to the console ones. Jurassic World. I'm going to be doing a gameplay on this one next. It's still sealed. But it looks cool. I like the Lego games, and they do a good job with them on the Vita. Lego Lord of the Rings, which I put a gameplay up yesterday. It's cool, actually. And actually, it is open worldy, which is surprising. I need to play this more, too. I got so many games to play. Thanks to you guys. Thank you very much. And myself, because I started buying other games as well. So, and then the Switch stuff. And here's Udo Ware Rumino, Mask of Truth, which came with a pillowcase of all things. Very weird. It's a strategy game. It's pretty cool. I did a gameplay of this recently as well. But once again, thank you to all of you who've got me these Vita games. It means a lot. Thank you very much again. And here are the Vita games that I've gotten. Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, Uncharted Golden Abyss. Really cool game. This is one of my favorite games on the Vita, if not my favorite. It's so good. It looks really good. A little tough to get used to gameplay wise, but once you do, it's really good. And Nolan North is back as Drake and stuff. It's really cool. I had beaten it because I had downloaded it because it was free on PS Plus a while back. It was probably like 2014 or 15. And then I picked up 2 copies when the Walmart in Sunrise Mall was closing. I sold it, the one, and then I'm like, I'm going to keep this one because I'm like, oh, there's still some stuff here. I'm going to buy it and sell it. But I kept this copy. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I sold them both. And then I got this one at GameStop. What am I saying? I got this one at GameStop. Maybe I only had 1 copy of Uncharted then, and I got 2 of something else. World of Final Fantasy. Chaos Child, which I have not put much time into. It's kind of like a graphic novel type game. Very text heavy. Summer Night 6. Lost Borders. Ease. Wise, however you say it. Memories of Celset. I actually was into this one for a bit too. I need to get back into it. It's a really cool RPG. Lego Harry Potter, years 5 through 7. Another cool Lego game. I probably need to pick up a complete copy of this at some point. Just so I have all of them, with their cases. It's still cool as well, though. Danganronpa Trigger. Happy Havoc. It's another one of those games. This is kind of a cool game. I need to go back to this as well. You're all trapped in a school. The only way to get out is if you kill someone, but then you have to put that person on trial who you think did it. And if you get it right, they get killed. If you get it wrong, everyone else gets killed. There's 3 of these games, or 4, I think. I watched the anime. It was really good. And the anime, I think, was after the game, obviously, but it follows it almost exactly. Tokyo Twilight Ghost Hunters. Cool little ghost hunting strategy game. I'd recommend this. It's on the PS3 as well, I believe. You gotta throw out like salt, and you have like EMF type detectors and stuff like that. You gotta go into each thing and set up certain things and find the ghosts and stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. Dragon's Crown. It's a side scroller, kind of like Odin Sphere, Muramasa. It's pretty cool. Earth Defense Force 2 Invaders from Planet Space. I still haven't even installed this game, but I'm sure it's good, goofy fun like the other Earth Defense Forces. Hold on a second. I had to take a drink of water there. There it is, Muramasa Rebirth. This is not the original artwork. I got printed up artwork for this. Persona 4 Golden. Classic RPG. Absolutely recommend it. I think it's coming to PS5. Deathmark. I love this game. I still need to do a gameplay of this. It's so good. It's like NG. And it's a Spirit Hunter game. I guess this is the first one. It's really good. They actually mention it a few times, or the events that happened in NG. Persona 4 Dancing All Night, which is a dancing game. It's a rhythm game. It's actually really fun, especially if you like the Persona 4 soundtrack, which I do. And Smart Ash is a brain training game where you're doing different things and stuff. Alright. I'm going to do Xbox One here. Same thing. I'm going to start with the games you guys purchased for me. Thank you again for these gifts. It really does mean a lot. And I still need to open some of them. Dead Rising, once again. It's Dead Rising. I love it. Call of Cthulhu. I need to get back into so many of these games because this is really cool. Survival horror action. I got pretty far in it and then I moved to something else. Really cool though. Another one I need to start, Evil Within 2, which looks really cool and I heard is really cool. I did gameplay of this one and Dead Rising. I need to gameplay the rest, obviously. Sega Genesis Classics. It just has a bunch of Genesis games on it. And if you're into the 16-bit Genesis, you're gonna love this. Still Sealed, We Happy Few. This is a game I was interested in. It looks really cool. Harry Potter Collection, Lego Harry Potter Collection. Both of them. I wanted to just play these again because they were so good. And to have them both in the same pack is cool. Kingdom Hearts 3. Never played it, obviously. Still sealed. Assassin's Creed Chronicles. Still sealed. I played a little bit of the India one. It was cool. That's why I put this one on the wish list. Because I wanted to give the other ones a play as well. I had the other one was an Xbox Gold, Live Gold. That's why I downloaded, but then my gold expired. But yes, these. Thank you again to everybody who got me these and the Vita games. It really does mean a lot. I need to get. I've done most of them. I still gotta do like another 7 of the gameplays, and I will get to them. Okay, so now on to the games that I purchased myself. Assassin's Creed Unity, annoying Assassin's Creed. It's not bad, but it's really annoying. And it annoys me that I don't have the actual case. Walking Dead, the final season. Really cool game. Really cool game. I had played all of them. I had played the original back in the day. I started to play 2, then I sold my PS3. Then they were all on Game Pass, so I played through all of them, except Michonne. Michonne has her own side one, I believe. And then I went out and immediately bought this one because I wanted to finish it. And this one's great. You use Clementine final. You use Clementine a little bit in the third season, I believe. But you watch her grow over time, and now you're the kind of mother figure. I forget his name. This kid who was born in, I believe he was born in the second season. But you're now like that person, like Lee was to her, you were to him. I can't remember his name. Either way, it's really good, and you go to you meet up with other kids and stuff, and you're at an old, I guess, private school or something they live at. It's really good. They're all good. Mafia 3, another one I gotta get back into. Really cool game. Really, really intense opening to this game. Man, this game hits you in the face early. South Park, The Fractured But Whole, really cool game. I enjoy it more than the Stick of Truth. Stick of Truth was turn-based. This one is grid battling, so similar to a Gladius. If you like the show, you're gonna love this game. It's pretty much however long this game is, episode of the show. And this has postcards in it and stuff, and it has Stick of Truth as well. I got it because it was like $15 new for the Steelbook edition. And I had it because I wanted to play the DLC. I already played the game I got it from Gameplay, and I wanted to play the DLC. The DLC was pretty good as well. It was short. Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey. I have not played enough of this yet. I played like 14 hours, but in terms of these two games, that's short. And Odyssey, which I've done a review of, gameplay of, I freaking love Odyssey. And this one's really cool as well. Well, I don't know why this one's called Origins. When this one takes place before it, I don't know why they did that, although the Assassin's Templar thing is not established yet, so I guess you can say that. It's the Cult of Cosmos. Like I said in the past, it's an amazing game, but it's not probably in my top 4, maybe it's in my top 5 Assassin's Creed games, because it doesn't completely feel like an Assassin's Creed game, but it's an incredible game regardless. And like I said, this one I gotta play more of. Both look amazing too. The Trine Collection has the 4 Trine games. These games frustrate the hell out of me, but they are fun and they look really good. There's 2 games I picked up because they were cheap recently and haven't opened. Resident Evil Revelations 2. I really enjoyed the first one. This one looks cool as well. And Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. This is like $8 new or something. I'm gonna just buy it. I think it was originally a PSP game. It's got an exclusive 15 playable demo. Eventually I'll get to these games. Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. Just cool little games based off the game shows. Resident Evil 2. Awesome remake. I love it. I still gotta play 3. Rise of Tomb Raider. Probably my least favorite of the 3, but still really good. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is probably my favorite, and the first one. I should say the first 3 of the telling of it. This one's really still cool. This one's very similar to the first one, and the third one kind of, or the Shadow of the Tomb Raider kind of adds some new stuff. Mass Effect Andromeda. This game got a lot of shit. I actually really enjoyed this game quite a bit. I could see why people who really are into the series. I played 2 and 3. I beat 2 and 3. I did not beat the first. I beat this one. I really like this one, man. I don't know. I really did. Story-wise, it's not nearly as good as 2 and 3. Especially 2 is fucking amazing. And 3 is really good, but it had the ending kind of issues people didn't like. I didn't mind it too much. But this one's really good. You like terraforming planets and stuff. It's cool. Ukulele and the Impossible Lair. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, which I have to get back. This is like the original I have to get back to game, because I got this game like 5 years ago. No, wait. Couldn't be. 4 years ago. 3 years ago. I didn't have the Xbox One 5 years ago. Looks great. Siberia 3. Haven't played it yet. Point and click game. Sunset Overdrive. Amazing game by Insomniac, the people who make Ratchet and Clank and Resistance. Awesome open world exclusive to the Xbox One as well. Until I think when they made Spider-Man 2. They went back to PlayStation pretty much. It's phenomenal. It looks great. It has all the crazy weapons like all their other games. It's really fun. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Phenomenal game. Played this. Played the DLCs. Awesome. King's Quest Collection. The complete collection has all the episodes. Point and click game. Haven't beat it. Gears of War Ultimate Collection. Or Ultimate Edition. And Rare Replay. I played and beat this actually. Again, I played it, and it was a good, I guess, remake. It's not really a remake. It doesn't look that much better, but it has the PC parts in it that were not on the Xbox 360 version. And Rare Replay just has a bunch of classic Rare games. If you love Rare as a developer, you'll love this. Call of Duty World War II. This is when they actually came back to World War II. This game's awesome. 4, another cool strategy game. I've not played enough of this one yet, but I really like the original. And this plays like it, and it has similar. I think it has the same music in it, which is awesome because that soundtrack is amazing. Final Fantasy 15. I did a review on this. I love this game. Some people can't stand this game either. I actually really like this game. You drive around in your car in a big world. You're 4 buddies that actually have really good chemistry together. It's awesome. I love this game. But it's awesome. You're just running like it almost has the classic old school Doom feel. You're just booking it and blowing things away. Another game I gotta get back into, Man of Medan, the Dark Pictures Man of Medan. Really cool game, made by the guys who done Until Dawn. It's really cool. You gotta make choices to who lives in. Your choices will pretty much determine who ends up living and dying. The second one comes out next month, I think, on Halloween. It's only $30. It's called what's it called? Little Hope or something like that. I was like $30. I think they want to make 7 of these. This is the first one, and it's cool so far. Alright. I got Wii U, and I got Switch. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Really cool, massive game world. Have not played enough of it, unfortunately. NES Remix Pack. New Super Mario Bros. U, and New Super Luigi U, which is side-scrolling classic Mario. I think they released this originally. This would have been on the Wii, and then it was on this, and then it was on the Wii U. I mean the Switch. Mario Party 10. Lego City Undercover. It's cool, actually. It makes good use of the gamepad. They ended up releasing this on the Switch too. What Wii U didn't come out on the Switch. It's annoying. It's an open world Lego game. Warriors, cool, unique game. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, awesome side scroll. It's pretty tough, but it's really fun and has awesome music. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, really cool game where you use the gamepad to kind of turn it around to see things. This was released on the Switch as well. It's a cool, different little puzzle game. It's really good. Super Mario 3D World. I actually have my version on the Wii U I got, but this one I got a garage sale. This game's awesome. It looks like they're re-releasing this too on the Switch with the added, and Bowser's Fury or something it's called. This is getting re-released as well. Pikmin 3, like Jesus. Switch is gonna be 90% Wii U games. Haven't played it. I got to a point where it's frustrating, but it's similar to like a Lemmings and stuff. You have the Pikmin help you and stuff. You get different kind of Pikmin that do different things and stuff. It looks really cool. It's actually a really good game, but I got to a point that I was frustrated and never went back. Still haven't played this. Star Fox Zero. This is made by Platinum as well. A lot of people didn't like this game though, from what I hear. Bayonetta 2 also got released on the Switch. Where's Bayonetta 3? How about you don't re-release Bayonetta 2? Why don't you make Bayonetta 3? Which I think they are. This game's awesome. Just as good as the first Bayonetta. It's just over the top, Devil May Cry type things, but it's more batshit crazy than Devil May Cry in terms of what you can do. Another one that got re-released that I didn't think would, Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE. I need to play more of this. It was cool. Batman Arkham Origins. I got this for $5 when I was in Florida. It's cool from what I played of it. Super Mario Maker. You can make your own Mario levels. Although you probably can't play them online anymore. I don't know. So it comes with an art book as well. And you can play like Nintendo's 100 made levels you can play as well. And they put the second one out on the Switch. Yoshi's Woolly World. Really cool game. Oh yeah, see there's Poochie. And of course it looks really cool. Cool art style, similar to Rainbow Curse, similar to Crafted World. And the last Wii U game is Wii Fit U. It's a cool game if you're into like losing weight and stuff. You can do a lot of cool stuff with the balance board. Keeps track of everything as well. And let's finish with the Switch games, which I did a Switch collection recently, so I'll kind of go through them quick. Although there's one new one actually. Yoshi's Crafted World, really cool, unique looking game. Nintendo just does it well with that. Mario Odyssey, did a review on it. I'll probably do a gameplay on it. Amazing game, incredible, incredible game. Classic Mario action, awesome. I've been playing a little bit of this and I need to continue to play it because it's awesome. Octopath Traveler, old school RPG, has an old school look while still looking fresh. Cool art style. There's 8 people you can get. You start off with one, then you find the rest. I think I just talked to the 4th guy, the scholar. I have the cleric, the thief, and I started with the huntress, or the hunter. And they all have different little unique powers they can do, things. Combat's fun. It's just an awesome game. I highly recommend this, and I'm only like 5 hours in. Still sealed, Nino Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. I'm like, I can't believe I'm still chewing gum this long. It's like an hour and 4 minutes, my longest video now. I need to play this. This came out originally on the PS3. NG, I've talked about it. Cool game. Don't like as much as Deathmark, but it's still really cool. It's like a point and click kind of just visual novel game. That's what it is, visual novel game. But there's slight gameplay elements. It's really cool though. Cute little platformer, New Super Lucky's Tale. I played this on the Xbox. She wanted it, my fiance. This one has the DLC and stuff in it. It's cool. It's like a Mario Light kind of game, Civilization 4. This is the winner of my little thing on Instagram. Played a little bit of it. I need to get into it because it's tough. I need to learn all the systems and stuff. Bubble Bobble 4 Friends. Really short game. Really annoying game, but it still is kind of fun. And it's got the original on there as well. And the one I got recently, which I did in a pickup video, Trails of Cold Steel. Legend of Hero Trails of Cold Steel 3 extracurricular edition. In-game in-game purchases. Look at the little dollar sign. Includes a 26 bonus cosmetic DLC items, 20-page mini artwork, animated lenticular card. I looked at gameplay of this and it looked cool. I've never played any of the other ones, but they seem like cool games. But that is my video game collection. I am gonna drink like a bottle of water here. Another hour long video though, so hope you